Because we have been so removed from where food comes from, we as consumers don't think about the farmer and how they work every single day. But because this food industry has evolved in an extractive model, where can you cut costs? And one of the big costs is the input of the food, and that's the farmer. By just focusing on cost and where food comes from, you go from really caring about the quality or of the nutrient density of the single origin of the food and just focusing on just the commodity. I'm Sarela Herrada, the co-founder and co-CEO of SIMPLi. SIMPLi is an elevated pantry staples company that focuses on working directly with the farmer by cutting all the middlemen and bringing great ingredients of single origin nutrient density to the market. At SIMPLi, we believe that food is medicine. We started working with one ingredient when we launched SIMPLi, which is quinoa. Quinoa has become so westernized in the last 20 years, yet the consumer was so far away from where it came from and the impact that it had on the people and the environment. And that really sparked the business model of SIMPLi, where fair trade and direct trade really is at the core of what we do.
SIMPLi is very unique because they really work very hard on vertical agricultural practices. And I was very impressed with the way they really go back direct to the source, work with the communities to make sure that the product has the quality that they expect, and also that the communities continue to follow those agricultural practices that have been for years in practice to support their communities, not only to feed them, but also to be able to support other families and support the world with what they produce.
We work directly with international smallholder farmers to really put them at the epicenter of SIMPLi in this story and the work that we do. We believe by working directly with them, we can source ingredients that are of a story, where they come from among the people, where food has grown from generation to generation. And on that, there's a lot of beautiful knowledge and ancestral knowledge from the soil as well as the people.
¿Cuál es la conexión de la agricultura ancestral tradicional con la agricultura regenerativa? Es prácticamente lo mismo. ¿Por qué? Porque ambos respetan los suelos, el medio ambiente, las costumbres, las tradiciones que nuestros ancestros desde los incas han hecho con muchísimo cuidado a los suelos y la naturaleza. Pero también se están dando cuenta de que están recuperando nuevamente sus suelos, su fertilidad. La naturaleza va formando su propia armonía en la región altiplánica. Yo soy de esta zona, de una familia de agricultores. Mi papá era productor de granos andinos. Yo actualmente soy productor, trabajo la tierra, trabajo quinoa, cañigua, papa, habas, kiwicha. También crío ganado vacuno, ovino. Esa es mi actividad familiar. Es por eso que yo los entiendo, hablo el quechua perfectamente porque es mi idioma natal. Es por eso que tengo una conexión más de familia con toda la comunidad. Porque estoy seguro de que estoy mejorando de alguna manera la calidad de vida de todos mis hermanos de esta zona.
This trip has really changed the way I view my responsibilities as a buyer. Seeing the faces of the farmers in the communities really makes me feel how impactful my choices are, and the great sense of responsibility I feel. I think the knowledge I've gained from this experience, one will help me slow down, help me just really be mindful in decisions and really thoughtful through the supply chain and the vast impact. But then just being able to spread cultural knowledge, the little bits that I've gained. So this has been so eye-opening to see how others live and how they experience life and how they're keeping traditions alive, and it's really meaningful.
Visiting the suppliers in the field is so important for our merchants because it is a different conversation that we have with suppliers when we are right in the field. That is really going back to basics, how from centuries, these communities have been planting beans and grains, and they have been able to not only sustain their communities, but they want to also continue growing as cooperatives to supply the world. So it's a way to really heal the world with what they produce. So that has been the impact, and something that we will have never been able to see if we had a sit-down conversation at the office.
At SIMPLi, by working directly with a farmer, we've created a process of trust and balances. We believe that the work they do every single day, and they've been doing from generation to generation, is very important. But we have to have a set of common language and standards where we align onto the work that they do and the work that we can share with our customers in the story of where the food comes from. And that's where Regenerative Organic certification comes from. It's the highest standard in food agriculture today, and it really focuses on those three pillars of organic agriculture, animal welfare, and social fairness. And it really creates a standard and a common language across all our farmers that they are abiding to a set of standards and they are doing the work that they're in the field, so we're able to share the story with our customers as well.